Welcome back to the debate on challenges of GST and RERA for India's real estate sector. Well, we've already looked at GST, so we're going to now move to RERA. Samir Jasuja, numbers from PropEquity show a phenomenal drop in new project launches. You have a situation where the government has told the industry you cannot advertise without RERA registration. You have key markets like Gurgaon, Bangalore and Chennai, which do not have any final RERA rules. What's going to happen? What is your own assessment of the situation?
Well, my own assessment is, and data clearly shows that the new launches have come down by, I would say, 80–90% from the peak. We are just trickling through. New launches are just trickling through in the system, and I think it's not going to get any better for the next 3 to 6 months, because there are two major challenges here. One is that even if a developer really wants to file his paperwork in the RERA departments, they really don't know where to go at this point in time. And the second biggest challenge for them is, which is internally created by them, that they've created so many SPVs and ownership is sitting somewhere else, and the project is sitting in an SPV project. They don't even really know how to file those forms in which, there are companies, and then there are front companies, who's the real shareholder. So half the projects, they don't even know how to go about filling in the forms. So you will have a very
wow, that's a
strange situation where you will have
so now finally we need... Now finally, Samir, I think you've pointed us to the direction on why Maharashtra, which has a regulator, which has a website, and yet has just about 30 odd registrations. The complicated structures of the projects and the companies themselves. Pankaj Bajaj. Then to say that, this is illegal, builders should be allowed to advertise, and there's this big article in one of the national dailies today. Essentially, the industry, even though getting an entire year, is not RERA ready.
Come on. I mean, let's not sensationalize it. The builders want to get on with their business. Why would they stop their own business by not registering? Do you seriously believe what Samir is saying, that we don't know who the owner is?
No, he's not saying that you don't want to. He's saying the structures are so complicated that it's going to be hard.
That's not even 10% of the registration process, that who the owner of the company is. Have you gone through the template that has come out for registration? It is so complicated that nobody, even the department, does not know how to fill it.
Okay.
So that's why registration is not happening. Do you seriously believe that developers don't know who their owner is? Who the landlord, the title, how do bank loans get disbursed? How do home loans get disbursed? The entire diligence process is done by the banks. Everything is all right. But there is, just like GST, there is a pain process which is happening in RERA. And seriously, it's much more serious in RERA than in GST. And that is the reason new launches are not happening. Nobody's sure.
And they're not likely to happen for how long?
And it was to be expected. That's what we'd been saying for a number of years, that let's not put in place a half-cooked RERA. Let's put in place...
It's taken us a decade to have a regulator. We've had a year. Now Karnataka, all right, so that's your position. You're saying this is half-baked. Okay, Karnataka doesn't even have final rules. And what I hear is that developers are not very, gunning for rules anyhow. Is that right, Srini?
No, Manisha, I mean, it's very easy to bash the developers all the time. We all want RERA. I mean, you look at it. What does RERA say? RERA only defines the way you have to do the business. It has not put in any kind of obnoxious clauses. Yes, there is going to be a pain point in implementation. However, the principles of RERA are extremely good for the developer as well, because it tells the developer that use the money for the construction.
Let's just stick to the point. You complete your point on Maharashtra, Srini, first.
Yeah, so Maharashtra has given so many clarifications. The only way we have is we are closely following what's happening in Maharashtra and trying to align our business in line with Maharashtra. As soon as Bangalore comes in, all we need to do is find out those differential points and deal with it separately. So I believe that 80 to 90% of the points will be similar, and the 10% deviation we will need to do. So we are all waiting for RERA to come in, and it's going to be great for the industry. A lot of money will flow in, a lot of customer confidence will come back. And very fact that you said that the launches have come down from 1200 to 300, there is going to be a price rise. It's a pure demand and supply.
Yeah.
So price rise on the account of RERA, price rise on account of GST is something which we all need to deal with.
You're saying that there will be a price rise because of RERA?
Yeah, you look at, I mean, it's simple. There are 1,200 projects which were available for the finite customers. Now you're saying there are only 300 projects available to them.
There is so much excess supply as well. Okay, so the inventory overhang figure, Samir, one quick question. This is, multiple headlines there. Are prices going to go up just because supply has dropped so much, or is there enough inventory in the market currently for prices to not go up for the next 24 months? I just want a very simple answer because we've run out of time completely.
Yeah, Manisha, the prices are not going to go up in the next 24 months because there's enough inventory in most of the cities of ready stock, which is going to compete with the under construction cost stock, and it is a much more safer stock for buyers and end users to buy into. So I don't think the prices are going to go up in the next 24 months at all.
Okay, we're going to conclude here. I wanted simple answers on what will GST do to prices. We haven't got really simple answers. What we've got is that, all right, property buyers will have a lot more transparency. The bigger confusion is not going to be GST. It's going to be RERA, and it will continue to be so because the state and the government is also not ready. So many states are not ready. Gentlemen, Srini, Mr. Suresh, Samir and Pankaj, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. All the best to all of you for the next 3 months is all I can say. Goodbye.